But yeah, Pentiment. I don't know if the game is divided into chapters, but here we are. What's my current mission? Wishing you all the best. Thank you. Chino, thank you very much. Appreciate that. Yeah, I mean, hopefully it's gonna be fine. It's nothing too serious, but it is something that has to be done, so... It's gonna be quite uncomfortable. I think it's time to investigate, by the way. So we have several different options for investigating. I kind of wanted to talk to... What was her name? Teresa, I think. Teresa? Cecilia. They said she had an argument, and we did see Cecilia give the Baron the stink eye when they met, so let's poke around the nuns and see what they have to say. Hilda? God bless you, Master Mahler. I looked up the wiki so far since the game is divided in acts, I see, so we're probably still in Act 1. May I ask you some questions, Sister Matilda? Don't poke nuns. Why not? It's so much fun. You know Mother Cecilia doesn't like us talking to men unless it's truly necessary. Forgive me, I'll leave it to your work then. Thank you, Master Mueller. Margaret? Master Mahler? Yes? It's me, sister. Do you think Brother Piero really murdered the Baron? Absolutely not. Are you kidding me? Oh, then why did Father Abbot have him put in the cellar? Because he's a dick. That's why. Father Abbot is afraid of what will happen if we can't figure out who the real killer is. Do you think the devil could appear at Kirso? Devil isn't real. No, I think people see the devil where they want to see him. I didn't see the devil, but I think I smelled this odor. I'm sorry? The night before the Baron was killed, I woke before Martinez and I smelled something in our dormitory. It was strange. Moss and sulfur mixed with frankincense and roses. Frankincense? What the frick is frankincense? Now I'm gonna have to Google that. Frankincense. Is it Frankenstein incense? It's a hardened gum-like material resin that comes from the trunk of the Boswellia tree. Why is it called frankincense? The frick? Etymology. Derives from the old French expression franc encens, meaning high-quality incense. Word franc in Old French meant noble and pure. I see. I moved through the room. I wanted to scream, but I was too frightened, and then it was gone. I'm ashamed that I didn't cry out, but I didn't know what to do. Did any of the other sisters smell it? I don't know that I would have done any better, sister. That's small comfort, but thank you. Thank you, Sister Margaret. God bless you, Master Mahler. So, sulfur and frankincense. What is that shovel? Is that bloodied? Is that a bloody shovel? The shovel has blood on the blade. That's not normal. I think Sister Matilda used it in the garden. I should ask her about it. Matilda? The fuck? God bless you, Master Mahler. May I ask you some questions, Sister Matilda? You know Mother Cecilia doesn't like us talking to men, unless it's necessary. Well, I have to ask you about the shovel, because, did you kill the Baron? The garden shovel? I wouldn't say it's mine, it belongs to the Abbey. I just use it more than the other sisters. There's blood on it. I recently used it to kill baby rabbits in the garden. Fuck. What? The other sisters are too squeamish to do it. So I grabbed the shovel and I killed a bunch of baby rabbits. I didn't clean it because it was going right back in the dirt anyway. But I merged up the shovel. Oh, I understand. No, I did not use it to kill the Baron. A man is not a rabbit. So Matilda, did you receive a strange note recently? Yes, how did you know? Others have received the notes as well. What did it say? Here, look for yourself. Remember what he did, the violence he suffered, the red bird flies, Martin's chapter. Sorry, Matins, monastic hour corresponding to 2 a.m. Used for the night prayer. I see. Remember what he did, the violence he suffered. It sounds like a message for Ottilia. Rothvogel, the red bird. Found it in my bed in the nun's dormitory. You can keep it if you like. In your bed? Who could have put it there? The only people allowed beyond the garden are the sisters. I can't imagine any of them making this. Mother Cecilia and Sister Illuminata have beautiful handwriting, but both of them have been so kind to me. Thank you for your time, sister. God bless you, Master Mahler. Interesting. So Cecilia has a beautiful handwriting, has had issues with the Baron in the past. We don't know exactly what. Where would she be? She's the prioress? Is that Cecilia? That's Cecilia. Let me quickly investigate. Can we go back there? No. Well, time to talk to Cecilia, I suppose. God bless you, Andreas. God bless you, Mother Cecilia. Is there something I can help you with? Well, I need to talk to you again about the Baron, how you walked away with his sisters when he arrived. Given that the Baron was just murdered, it seemed worth inquiring about the cause. Why? Do you not trust in the Abbot's judgment? No. Of course I don't, Brother Piero. It wouldn't hurt a mouse. If you go around telling all of the brothers and sisters what you think, it will get back to the Abbot. I don't fucking care about the Abbot, alright? I'll keep you locked out of the Abbey until the Archdeacon's investigation is done. Then where will you be? Then help me. Help you what? Blame someone else for the murder? No. I mean, help me find justice. What does justice look like, Andreas? Well, finding the real killer, for starters. You know that justice does not look like Piero dying for this murder. Someone will die for this murder, Andreas. If it is not Brother Piero, it will be someone else. What the fuck is this person talking about? Do you not care that Piero was like an innocent man? The killing of a powerful noble cannot go unpunished, especially while he was under the protection of the Abbot. Then the Abbot should pay for it. Then help me find who did it before the Archdeacon arrives. I am simply a nun. What do you think I can help you? I saw how you reacted to the Baron. You must know something about what's going on. Alright, I did have reason to be concerned about Baron Rothvogel's presence. The Baron caused irreparable harm to one of our sisters on his last visit. What? The damage was severe enough that she had to leave us for some time. kind of harm. Irreparable. I was hearing weird voices. I'm thinking it was my neighbors, but I'm not sure if it's like the nuns whispering in the background. That is why I removed the sisters from his presence as soon as I could. Which sister? Can I speak with her? No, Andreas, I don't think that would be appropriate. Alright. This doesn't help me much if I don't know what happened to whom. I understand this is less information that you likely wanted, but I do not think I can tell you any more in good conscience. Trust me when I say that the victim of this incident could not have killed the Baron. Any more than that, are there any records on her? On what happened? Yes, keep the records on all the sisters in the library. Not that it does you any good, you're not allowed. Could I ask Sister Illuminata to see them? She won't give them to you. Our records aren't available for outsiders to look through. I can sneak in on my own, you know. I found the secret entrance. I shouldn't tell her. Don't try it. You'll be caught and you'd be lucky if the abbot only banished you from the abbey until Judgment Day. You're probably right. God bless you, Cecilia. May God bless you, Andreas Mahler. Oh, we're sneaking in the library. The Baron will... sorry, the abbot will have to remove my dead body from the library, alright? Still there? Did you tell her? I didn't have any other options. May I ask you some questions, Matilda? So, it's about your relationship with Brother Voslav. You know, I know about that and I am leveraging it for information. I don't see what business that is of yours. I'm just letting you know that I know. You know? If there's nothing else, I need to get back to my work. Until later. Wink. Oh, I know. Oh, I know. I just wanted to let you know that I know. Alright. I want to go talk to the widow. Or should we sneak into the library already? I mean, if I do that, I should probably do that at night. Not in broad daylight. Okay, so she lives somewhere at the edge of that. Thomas? Tomask? House? Wait, where am I? Oh, there we go. Kemperin. Cat? Who's cat? Hello? Hello, Master Mahler. I'm sorry to cause you trouble, but... have you seen Martin recently? Who's Martin? A little shit? He wasn't feeling well, so I let him sleep until prime. Monastic hours during the first hour of daylight. I see. But when I came to check on him, he was gone. I saw him Thursday morning. I did see Martin. Why do you ask? He has a history of making poor decisions. Like stealing. What's Vogel's manservant to believe that Martin have stolen some of the Lord's rings? Lord have mercy. That must be where he's gone. To sell them. Oh, Martin, how could you, you little shit? You Do you know where he's likely to have gone? Last time he ran off, it was to Innsbruck. I can't go to Innsbruck. I don't know. It could be anywhere. If he's attacked on the road, well, good then. I'm sure he'll be alright. I pray to God that you are right. Sorry, this is not your trouble. Thank you for speaking to me. Was there something else? I don't want to impose, but it wouldn't be too much trouble. Please let me know if you see Martin. I'm so worried for him. Sure, of course, Cat. Thank you, Master Marla. Be well. What if I fuck Martin's mum and then I'm his dad? Is that something I can do in this game? That becomes Martin's dad. Brigitte. I would wish you a good day, Andreas, but I fear that would be a lie. Something happened? Martin's gone missing. Kat is beside herself. I saw him fleeing the Abbey Thursday morning, right after the Baron was murdered. Sorry to hear. Do you know where he's gone? I'm sorry, I don't. Cat might know. Thinks more to her than he does to me. Even though I am his wife. Wait. His what? Oh, right. I forgot that they are married. Even though Martin looks like a little shit, he's actually a married man. I'm sorry. They've always been close. They've had to be... to endure. Well... with your fronts. How did you know? You haven't said a word about him. That absence is telling it in its own way. Franz is a difficult man. That's Franz, right there. On the right. And very hard on Martin. Made him difficult too. Let's say Martin. You cannot tell me that this guy is like married. He's like 13. So difficult that he could commit a murder? No, there is a storm cloud over Martin, but it rains only on him. He would never hurt someone. I can't imagine it. What are you talking about? I mean, he literally saw me. I said good morning and he said, eat shit, Andreas, and he walked off. So he's probably capable of anything. Even murder. Someone like that. It's nothing. An idle question. I'm sorry to have disturbed you. I should probably get back to my chores. Franz will be angry if he does see me shrieking or talking to an unmarried man. Of course, God willing, Martin will come home soon. He will. I trust in Providence. Be well, Andreas. And you too, Brigitte. We don't want to talk to Franz. He's an asshole. And I've had enough of these assholes. Let's go talk to Ottilia. This must be Ranig's cane. It's strong, sturdy, and here the head is broken off. The break looks recent. Could Ottilia have used this cane to kill Lawrence? Your husband's cane is broken. Do you remember how that happened? No. I think the ear is broken and falling apart. The head broke off at some point. I don't remember how. Alright. Ah. Thank goodness I don't have a camera right now, because you will see how stupid I looked trying to do that. Ottilia? Well, if it isn't the late Baron's new best friend. Afternoon. I'm glad to find you in such a good mood. She's being Sarcastic, Andreas. Ah, sarcasm. How original. Well, you started it. What do you want? You must be bothering me for something. Well, we never really talked. I thought the time we get acquainted, you know? I mean, you're still young. You can't get it on, right? No one wants to talk to a surly old widow out of the goodness of the heart. No, I know your type. You want something from me. What is it, boy? Spit it out. Can't a young man come to entertain an old widow out of simple Christian charity? I'm not gonna say that. She's gonna kill me if I do. If you insist, I was hoping you could answer some questions about the Baron's death. I knew it. Not the first time Perkta answered my call. See, she's a pagan. If I said the Christian thing, she would have been angry. I knew it. You want to know what I think? I'm glad he's dead. I hope whoever killed him gets the abbots next. Maybe he burns the entire abbey to the ground. Jesus. Hang on, I need to do something here. There we go. I have a better zoom now. She has crazy eyes, you know what I'm saying? Alright, Attilia, take it easy. And that's all I have to say about it. Jesus Christ, what did the Baron do to earn your ire? Has the abbot crossed you somehow? Or did I just tell you, boy, I don't have anything else to say on the matter? I mean, come on, the life of an innocent man is at stake, one of the elderly brothers. Can't you spare me a few minutes? You think I care about what happens to some old monk? Idiot. Kill them all. See if I care. Every agent of the church should die. Where's this anger coming from? Is this something I can help with? No. Well, maybe. Suppose those skinny arm of yours can hold more than a paintbrush. I'm not the strongest author, but I can lift things and reach high places if that's what you need. But often someone's offered to help out an old lady like Attilia. Fine, you do something for me? Maybe it will jog my memory, you know? But it's going to take a while. Lots of things been building up. Things I'm too old to do. Got some place to be? I've always got time for you, Attilia. Wink. Follow me then. And some young men think they're so smart and clever, like I can't see right through them. We needed to collect some firewood, but I haven't been able to muster the energy. Well, you often have a difficult time gathering wood. I'm an old woman, everything's difficult. And no one's around to help me, not since my husband died. Now stop yammering and get to work. Light won't last forever. Alright, fine. I'll grab wood. I'll give you all the wood you need, Attilia. Jesus, why am I so slow? No wonder things took so long back then, you know? Is that done? There's trees Otter's been felling for the abbot. Like this one, the big one? I can't move this one. Break off the branch there, the big one. Excellent, the forest belongs to us. Out of God's creature. Not just the church. I know Ottilia Field. The trees belong to the abbot. I can't risk being caught stealing. I don't give a shit about that. That's poaching. Insist. No, Ottilia feels she's being wronged by the abbey, but the wood does still belong to the abbot. I don't care. If I caught stealing it, my investigation into Lawrence's murder could be in jeopardy. The abbot finds out I help Ottilia steal from him. It could make finishing my masterpiece difficult. I mean, if I refuse to help Ottilia. If I refuse helping her, she might not tell me what happened between her and Lawrence to make her hate him so. I don't care about Lawrence. I want to know what happened between her and the abbot. The way she yelled at him the other day, it must have been serious, but serious enough to kill him? Perhaps I can make her see reason. Excellent. The forest belongs to all of God's creature, not just the church. I'm taking it. I don't care. Got that right, boy. How will the abbot even know? It's a branch of a random tree. Eat shit, Gurno. Holy shit, calm down, lady. That's all the wood I need for a while. The fuck? I can't use all these sticks. They're too big. You need to break them down for me. Sure. Break the sticks. Got it. I'm not gonna complain. I'm just gonna do my job. I need the right side at a certain length, so break them and forget the leftover scrap. What? Where should I break them? I'll know it when I see it. Now get snapping, boy. Is this how you get wood? I mean... That one should do nicely. Alright. I need these smaller so they fit in my heart, Andreas. Oh. I mean, this is pretty small. This one is too small and frail, just like you. What the fuck is wrong with you, woman? How about that? This one is too big. I don't need a club, you buffoon. Ottilia, I will do this to your knees if you don't stop complaining, alright? They need to be smaller. Suppose that one is fine. Alright. Well, I should do nice. Okay, I think I got it. I know how to do it now. It's like a hand from the border and like a half. Like 3 hands in length. I'll be able to use some of these. Now come help me back at the house. Are you sure that's enough? What if there's a cold snap? I should get more. I will have to be, won't it? Unless you mean to come around again. I'm an old woman living alone and summer is coming. Then I'll only need fuel for cooking, no warmth. Don't worry yourself, boy. I'll be fine. If you say so, but I worry about you living alone, you know. She does have a cross on the wall, by the way. However, there are a couple of paintings missing. Really? I have some mementos from running here. They've gone crooked and I can't reach. Could you hang them for me, Andreas? Sure. And please be careful with my pictures. They're very fragile. I would hate to lose them to your carelessness. Uh-oh. Who the fuck drew that, by the way? Did you see that? Hang on. Jesus Christ, man. Oh, man, Ottilia, you should have called me. I would have painted that for you. Slowly, we don't want to break them. You hand those papers on the table. I can't reach. Or there you go. That looks all right. Thank you for hanging those. Just one thing. Remove the cross. Sure about that? Don't you gainsay me, boy. Alright, I guess, if you're sure. Totila is asking for me sacrilegious. I don't care. She could be forced to face a church inquisitor if someone found out. I might as well for simply aiding her. It's a worn old cross. It's graced the home she shared with her husband. If I destroy it, she might regret it later. Whatever she says, I don't believe it's the cross that's the problem. Something more that I've yet to uncover. Taking the cross down might only cause her more pain in the long run. But if I anger her, I might miss out on information about Lawrence's death. Perhaps I could convince her to put it somewhere out of sight so it won't torment her. That might be enough. What you plan to do with the cross? Destroy it, of course. Church never did anything for me, and took nearly all I had. Why should I be made to venerate it? What did the church take from you? What does it matter to you? Just take the thing down like I asked. Perhaps I could just move the cross to where you can't see it? I understand you're angry and hurting now, but you might regret destroying it later. Ah, such a nice cross, you know, made from nice wood. I think I failed. Shit. Don't give a shit what it's made from. You won't remove the cross, then you're useless to me. Oh no. Assuming she didn't mean for me to hang this note. Remember your husband, the pain he carried like Job. The red bird flies. Martin's chapter. Martin's. Whoa, man. Whoa. Where did this note come from, Ottilia? No idea. Found it on the table the night before Rotvogel died. I can barely read it. The writing's too fancy. Keep it if you want. It means nothing to me. Interesting. Alright, Ottilia, can we talk about anything? I've got one last thing for you to do if you're willing. A legal document. I need you to read it. The words are too small for my old eyes and my reading's not so good. I'm not an expert in law, but I'll do my best. Good enough for me. Okay. Jesus Christ. Someone scattered all the purple written notes around. They did. Specifically to people that were somewhat hurt by the Baron. Let's see here. That's all German. It says... Oh. Due to the recent death of Rani Kemper, his lack of heirs to inherit, your inability to pay fees on the land, your property is forfeit to the church. Damn, I'm sorry, Ottilia. That devil. That monster. This is all the fault of Lawrence Rotvogel. If he were alive, I'd kill him myself. May he boil in hell for all eternity. Jesus. Your hatred for the church. Did you know this would happen? You think I'm stupid? It was inevitable. I guess time you tell me what happened with the Baron. Ranning, my husband, he caught the Rotvogel devil riding through our property and told him, rightly, to leave. The Baron beat my Ranning for it, beat him so savagely that he took a cane to walk. Even his breathing pained him, never could breathe deep so long as he lived, which wasn't long at all. Good God. I'm not gonna say. That doesn't sound like the Lawrence I knew. You think a nobleman would treat an educated man like you as poorly as he treats us peasants? He knew he could beat my Rannig and suffer no consequences, so he did. We're not even so low as animals to him. We were furniture. And I knew after Rannig died, the church would try to take what little I had left. This document only confirms it. But because of Lawrence Rothvogel. That's a pretty compelling reason for you to have killed him. No, I don't think she killed him. This Rannig left, I'm just waiting to die. Why should I have to go on living when he's gone? He's not even been dead a year. I hoped I would follow him before the church came for what was left of our life. The inheritance laws are cruel to the widow and the childless. Just as the church likes it. It doesn't matter, boy. The laws will never change, and nobody cares. You know, that's a pretty compelling reason for you to have killed him. You said yourself you'd do it if you could. Who's to say you haven't already? Finally, some honesty from you. This was the real purpose of your visit all along. I'm an old woman, Andreas. Even walking from my bed to the door pains me. How could I kill a man in his prime? Not that it matters. I'm sure we'll take the blame. I'll take the blame for it anyway. Just like I'm blamed for every runny nose and thrown horseshoe around here. The people in town can't wait for me to die, and the Abbey vultures hate me for my contempt of them. None of it matters. I don't care what happens to me anymore. Thank you for your help, boy. You're the only one who's come calling since my Rannig passed, you know? Now get out. I need to lie down. Of course, I was glad to help. I mean, you can see why she's so bitter about everything. She lost everything she had in about a year's time. I should find someone to eat with. Who are we going to eat with today? Should we go and keep company to the widow a little bit more? The guest house? Who's gonna be at the guest house? We can also go to the bakery. Are we supposed to... Okay. I think I was supposed to talk to someone over there, so... Let's see if we can do both, maybe. Otto? Yes, supper plans, Andreas? Wanna join me and my dad? Another time, Otto. Good thing. Where am I? I need to go up there. Alright. Alright, so there's that house, or this house? Agnes. Is this, Lucky? Andreas? Good day, Lucky. Do you have a moment to talk? Make it quick. I was wondering if I might break bread with you and Agnes. We've never shared a meal. I don't see why not. Agnes would be glad to have you. Is now good? Sure, that's great. Let's not keep her waiting then. Bless us, O Lord, and these your gifts which we are about to receive from your bounty. And we pray you keep cafe. You keep the cafe and the souls of the two innocents who rested at your side. They're dearly missed. Through Christ our Lord, amen. 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 Brother. What do we have here? We have fish. More fish. And a disgusting green looking soup thingy. You're looking tired, Agnes. Did Elsa keep you up late? Elsa? Huh. I don't mind it. She needs the support and I'm happy to give it. Someone has to look after the women of this town, and Werner hardly cares to. Who's Werner? Who is this guy? I have never seen this guy. Is Elsa the miller's wife? You've seen him? I have? Oh, was he the doctor? The one that came into... Isn't he the doctor? I mean, maybe. Is Elsa the miller's wife? Married to Leonhard Mueller. Yes. I'm surprised you haven't met her yet. Damn, dude, look at this guy. Dashing lad. Did something happen to her? She lost a child a few weeks back. Oh. She was overjoyed when she finally quickened, but the bleeding returned soon after. It's been difficult for her. She's been through it before. She will make it through again. Oh my god, how many kids has she lost? I ate something here. I don't know what was that. She's strong in the love of Christ and in love of her husband. Does dote on him, though Leonard hardly deserves it. Why is that? The miller is not a kind man, not to the peasants and not to his wife. Spreading rumors is not Christian behavior, Agnes. It's hardly a secret. Man has power in this town, and he makes certain we all know it. I see. Take it as a caution, Andreas. Don't get on the miller's bad side. Or what? That Six Miller has no power over me. Well, you don't know that. His unkindness is doubtless what's caused her bleeding. That's his imagination must be protected against troubling experiences. A mother's spiritual well-being is just as important as her physical health. I've tried to tell Leonard. Same. But I'm just a village midwife. I'm afraid my opinion is not worth much to a man like him. Don't trouble yourself, Andreas. He has a son, Paul. Oh, that guy. I remember him. He's one of the trio of treasure hunters. Comfort. He's a sweet boy, and he adores his mother. If he's all the Lord grants her, she will still be blessed. The best thing we can do for Elsa is care for her as neighbors, like Christ tells us to. She isn't the only one in Tassing who struggles in her marriage. Even my Brigitta has troubles. Oh yeah? Get the bar in? She your only daughter? Oh, Martin's wife. Yikes. Yikes. Our only living child, yes. God rest her souls. She'd never agree to their marriage. She deserves better than Martin Bauer. She loves him, Lucky. She had to marry sometime. What could we do? Found a man who isn't such a useless shit. At least we got Wolf out of it. Who's Wolf? I'll take a sip of water. Sad bean. True. Yeah, he looks like a sad bean. I'll make sure he grows up solid. He'll become a great stonemason. Just like his grandpa. Right, what do we have? Trout and bread. I'll get the trout first. Now, what did you tell Andres about your work at the Abbey? You said you found something strange in the building. Strange how? Ah, that. I was repairing the cracked wall down in the crypt. The Abbey used to be a Roman fort, right? So it's no spring hen. I bumped into relief of the Virgin and a door slid open. It was the damnedest thing. Oh, I discovered the same thing, a fascinating architectural detail to be sure. That old abbey is full of secrets, make no mistake. Anyway, stuck my head up through the trapdoor, and one of the nuns screamed. You didn't tell me that part. I felt bad for scaring them. Holy shit. I'm sure they're fine. Who doesn't enjoy a thrill from a strange man now and then? What a fucking psycho thing to say. I doubt Sister's Dana minded. She's not afraid of men. Must have frightened Sister Illuminata half to death. Ah, I probably should have knocked first. Never know what you'll find behind the closed door. Speaking of work, I should get back to it. Still lots to fix after that storm. Well, guys, thanks for the meal. It was really nice. It was lovely having you, Andreas. Take care, Agnes. Lucky. Thank you for your hospitality. See you around the Abbey, I expect. Okay, it's sleep time, they say. I should get some sleep or break into the library. Way ahead of you. Schlau? Schlau? Here, puss, 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 puss. Good kitty. Alright. Just go into the Roman ruins every time I can. Check things out. See if there's any ghosts around, you know? Alright, guys. Now we'll have to be very quiet. You think the ghost was Martin? Could be anyone, really. But my guess is no, it wasn't actually Martin. It was probably someone from the Abbey trying to sneak in and out. Because they are the one that are supposed... I mean, there would be nothing weird about Martin going around at night. Other than the fact that he's a little creep. But for the Abbey people, it's actually forbidden to leave the Abbey at night, so... I would say it's more likely that it was someone from in here. I completely forgot where the crypts are. God damn it. Shit. Matthew is the abbot's circuitor. If he sees me, he'll kick me out. I have to keep out of sight until he's passed. Good thing he can't see well. Freaking snitch, that guy. I go up these stairs. It's going to take a while to find the records I need. I'll lose some time tomorrow morning unless I turn back now. Enter the library. Go upstairs yet? What's this? Seems like it's the Herbis Cambria. On the herbs of Wales. Wales? Mugwort and Southernwood. Ratis Cadphellus of Salopia. Don't believe I've heard of him. Never heard of Cadphellus before. Interesting. He writes about Butch's broom. The Greek used it to aid with urination and defecation. Interesting. His author claims it can also help with the reduction of swelling. He seems to be speaking from experience. A wonderful hidden treasure for the abbey. Considering there's plenty of old men's in the abbey, yeah, we probably need something to help with urination and defecation. I'd say. This is most curious. Historia del Labirinto Librorum. An account of the labyrinth of books. Okay, there's a map of the abbey. And there's... Is this like another cipher kind of deal? It must be metaphorical. You need an extraordinary amount of books to actually build a labyrinth. I believe a Bolognese professor told me a tale about such a place in Piedmont. What do we use? Do we use logic or do we use our knowledge of Italian? I mean, I'm using my knowledge of Italian stuff. Somewhat hard to believe, to be honest. The old man was quite a storyteller, I must admit. What do we have here? A bifolium from the Mysteria Astra. I've read a number of treatises on astronomy, but I've never heard of this one. It is rudimentary, explaining the connections between astrological signs and the elements and the basic relationship to alchemy. Each sign is governed by one of the four elements. Cancer, that's me. Scorpio and Pisces are the water signs. Capricorn, Taurus, and Virgo are the earth signs, and so on. That's my sign, by the way. The 69. That's my that's my zodiac sign. It cuts off there. The next page is about something else entirely. Mr. Illuminati must be trying to reconstruct the larger text. Given the dramatically different context of the following page, the choir this bifolium came from must have been assembled improperly. Wait, that's the connection between the astrological symbols on Ferenc cipher and the elemental symbol on the Volvel. The 69 is pieces? Oh, is it? What's my sign? Is it this weird thing? Is it the H? Am I the H? Oh man, don't tell me I'm the H. I thought it was the 69. Come on. Hang on. I have to look it up now. No, 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 no. It's the 69. It's says here it's cancer. Google says so, so he must be right. Besides, I feel like I've seen that before. This must be the text he referenced to create the cipher. Interesting. That would have been much simpler to solve if I had seen this first. Well, I did solve it anyway, though. This looks promising. The familiares of the Sisters of Kierso Abbey. Yes. Mater Catarina, Monastery Prefecta, Anno Domini Sor Hildegardis, nata sedicemanos. Mater Hildegardis, Sor Cecilia. Filia del Serorum, Auguste Vindelici, nomine Albe... Nomine what? Adelaide? Illa Prudens et Docta Litteris. Latini sed Francis. Si Floreni donatia familia ante adventum. Adita annua promessa. Sure, sure. Sor Gertrudis. Matilda Oblata and Sor Illuminata. Zedna Margareta. Sophia. Dissima Litteris. Dinis etiam quoque. Francis et Theodosius. Retinens multorum et sensata. Et perspicax. Familia Cappadocia donavit. Ai Florenos ante adventum adita annua promessa Florenum. Right. Magna copia pigmenti ultramarini? Adusum scriptori. Wait. Oh. I think it says she was the daughter of a merchant that donated a bunch of pigments for the scriptorium. See, I can read a little Latin. Sophia. Parentesco Paparita Mumiles. Born from a very, humble family. Sacus Farinorum Donaterum. They donated 3 bags of wheat flour. Lisbeth Oblata. Ati mediocriter sciens. The Saxonische Perita Officios et Pia. Parents Mercatores. Merchant parents. Illa cognitionem cum Kirso per familia matris. Kaufmanna de Rothenburg. I'm sorry? This is Zena. This should be good. They donated a fortune to the abbey. No wonder Mother Cecilia and the abbot let her behave as she does. Margareta. We need Cecilia. Sophia. Illuminata. Should be interesting. Illuminata. Named Angeline from the Capocci family in Perugia. Looks like they have some connections to Kierso through an old abbot Rudolph. Her family donates money to the abbey every year as well. What about Cecilia? Sister Cecilia Aldeite? Oh, this is Mother Cecilia's record. Wait, she's from the Welser family? They're one of the most powerful families in Augsburg. Looks like her family donates a lot of money to Kierso every year, more than my family sees in 10. There's nothing on Katarina. Was the first to enter records almost 50 years ago. It's Gertrude from Hoff, the herbalist. My father's an apothecary, that explains it. Matilda Blatt, yes, the nun's Cellarer. What's a Cellarer? Appointed official in a monastery responsible for maintaining food and supplies. And the grounds. Merchant family, they donated pigments to use in the scriptorium. Quite thoughtful, I have to thank them if I ever get the chance. She's a Hildegard from the Gulderic family in Ravensburg. Isn't that like the people that made the jigsaw puzzles, the Ravensburg? But wealthy. It looks like she became the prioress after Mother Catherine. Oblata, Margaret. Oh, the blind girl who assists Gertrude. Yes. Went blind because of failed surgery on her cataracts. Yikes. Wealthy peasant family, they donated wool and a pasture in Kreml. Sophie, from Brigit's. Her family is poor, but they donated flour. Lisbeth Oblat is from Utrecht. Looks like she had an eventful life before coming here. Married with a child, both died. Her merchant family has some connections to Kierso through the Kaufmanns of Rothenburg. Ob der Tauber. Sure. Can I come Kierso per familia matris? See? Matrimonio conjunta. Right, now what? There's no such sister Matilda left the abbey for several months. Why would she go to a hermitage? It's strange that she's the only entry with such a note. Oh, so it was Matilda then. Is that the irreparable damage? That was not surgery, that was the Baron. This day 3 years ago, this was just before Father Matthias died. Which means it was around the time the Baron visited. This has to be it. Matilda must be the nun Baron harmed on his last visit. She talked to Mother Cecilia again, and maybe Matilda as well. Damn, dude. I mean, I knew the Baron was not, like, a good guy. That's rough. Oh shit, who's coming? Who is this guy? The fuck are they doing? Don't make out, please. Oh, they are. Jesus, alright. What in the world? Oh, they little rascals, they go into the fucking library. Shit. How am I going? I'm sorry, what happened? Huh? What? Andreas, this is Joseph. Are you coming home? Dad, I'll be home soon, I promise. I just need to finish this commission for the Abbey. Also, I'm a little nervous about this girl Sabine, that supposedly is going to become my wife. Don't worry yourself over it. I barely knew your mother before we were married. Besides, you need a wife if you're going to start your workshop as a master. That's the law. Yes, of course. You're not going to quit this life like you quit university, are you? Of course not. Good. But for the work I did for the rector, you never would have had the opportunity. Most people never get a second chance after they throw something away like that. I know that. We'll see. See you when you get back. Sure, alright. The bean? Oh, it's you. She's a fine woman. I only have the picture of you. The one my brother Daniel made. I really didn't have any idea what you'd like. Do you really want to get married to strangers? Why should that matter? Right, everyone keeps saying that. That's why I'm saying it to you now. Because I'm saying it to myself. Exactly. I'll see you soon, Andreas. For real, I mean. I suppose that's true until then. Oh. Press it, John. Hang on. I need to. Who's, Press it, John? A legendary Christian patriarch, presbyter, and king. Right. Patriarch and king who was said to rule over a Christian nation lost amid the pagans and Muslim on the Orient. The accounts were often embellished with various tropes of medieval popular fantasy, depicting Prester John as a descendant of the three magi, ruling a kingdom full of riches, marvels, and strange creatures. See. Welcome back, Andreas. It has been too long since you have graced this court with your presence. It's been like 3 days. Apologies, Your Majesty. My mind has been preoccupied by a tragedy at Kirso Abbey. What manner of tragedy? The murder of a nobleman, a close friend of the Prince Bishop of Phrasing. We don't have a picture of the Prince Bishop of Phrasing. My friend Brother Piero is the abbot's only suspect. I know that he could have not done it. How do you know? Examine your assumptions, my son. Socrates, that's who he was. In addition to having no motive and violence not being a part of his character, he's not physically capable of the act. He's of limited strength and has a palsy in his hand that makes holding a paintbrush difficult. It's inconceivable that he would have the strength and resolve to kill the Baron with a blow to the head. Saint Grobian. I need to look him up as well. Saint Grobian. A fictional patron saint of vulgar and coarse people. His name is derived from the Middle High German Grob, or Grop, meaning coarse or vulgar. The Old High German conjugate is Gerup or Gerup. Grobian has this passed into the English language as an obscure word for crude, sloppy, or buffoonish. Right. So it's just a rude dude. It's just the rude part of my conscience. A lot of inconceivable shit happens on this hell of an earth, Andreas. There has to be a better explanation. What do you intend to do about it? Says Beatrice from the, Divine Comedy. Divina Commedia. Is there an English translation? Is there a Divine Comedy? It is just a Divine Comedy, alright. When I'm brought before the archdeacon, I'll tell him what I know about other people who had motives to kill the Baron. I have to believe he'll see that there are much more likely suspects than Piero. Why you've taken this task upon yourself? That is a freaking good question, Socrates. I want to find the real killer. Honestly, I would like to say I'm doing it for Piero. I don't give a shit about protecting the Abbey. I want to feel like Sherlock Holmes. The Archdeacon must be a man of learning. Do you think he's incapable of discovering the truth? Some of the dumbest shitheads in Christendom are judges. One of us knows this Archdeacon might not be able to tell his head from his asshole. Good point. That's my fear. But no matter what evidence I present, Piero's fate may be already sealed. Why does a shit for brains Abbot care about the death of a useless fart like Lawrence Rothvogel anyway? Powerful people get upset when other powerful people are murdered. This could threaten the existence of the Abbey. Oh no, the Abbey. Who gives a damn about the hypocritical assholes? In any case, Andreas' ability to prevent Pierre's death depended on the judgment of the archdeacon. Wise or foolish, corrupt or just, the archdeacon will be the first and possibly final arbiter of Pierre's guilt. Andreas must win the archdeacon to his side, using the tools favored by men such as him. Reason? No. Wisdom. Honesty? Authority. Authority. Despite your talent, you're merely an artist. He has been invested with the power by the Prince Bishop of Phrasing. You have no authority with him. I must use my reason then. When's the last time you met a man who truly ruled by reason? Honestly, never. Wisdom? Wisdom can be shared, but the audience may not comprehend it. Honesty? You must be honest in all things, Andreas, but many are not willing to accept the truth. The cost of honesty can be high. Well then, if reason, wisdom, authority, and honesty cannot triumph, what am I left with? Solid, hard evidence. Hope? Oh, fuck that. Lies. Truth. Above all, faith in Providence. Well, what do you plan to tell the Archdeacon, Andreas? Well, there were other people in Kirso and Tassing who had motives to kill the Baron. Widow Kemperin despised Lawrence for maiming her late husband. Named how? The Baron beat him savagely following an argument about trespassing on the Kemper's farm. His injuries were so severe that they never truly healed and he needed a cane to walk. He died less than a year ago, although it is certain it's because of the wounds. Why did the two quarrel? My understanding is that it was simply an argument about trespass that got out of hand. That seems so unlikely, though. Now I suppose she will lose her home. My apologies, his home. For what reason? Could an aged widow not live out her remaining days in peace? She should, but she won't. He didn't squeeze out any little Kempers for old Rannig, so away the house goes. That's because women must fight to own property. We exist on the sufferance of men. I mean, whether the law is just or unjust is immaterial. The widow's motive is clear. Injustice of law is not immaterial to those who suffer at the expense of it. A good man does not sit idly by while injustice flourishes around it. What the hell is a half-trained artist with a half-university degree going to do against the might of the Holy Roman Empire? Idiots. Bro, man. You've established a motive for the widow, Andreas, but there's another matter that requires inquiry. While women and men are equal in most natures, women are weaker in strength. How could a woman of Attilia's age overpower a healthy man like the Baron? I wondered that myself. Have you found anything that she could have used to kill the Baron? The husband, Cain. The head is missing. It seems to have broken off. Poetic, if killing the Baron was the cause. Are there any others you suspect? Friar Ferenc feared the Baron would report his occult interest to inquisitors. How so? Well, Friar Ferenc and the Baron shared a fascination with the occult texts. The Baron was pressuring the prior into performing a ritual for him while he was visiting Kirso. When Ferenc refused, the Baron threatened to turn him into the Inquisition. Did he refuse, though? How did you come by this knowledge? I found written evidence, a letter from Ferenc to the Baron, in which he discusses all these matters. It is a dangerous thing, a monk dabbling in the occult. His very soul could be in danger. Forget the soul, it could have been defrocked. Ah, frick. Could have been defrocked. Excommunicated, even killed. All for a little curiosity. Let us stay stupid and ignorant. That's what I say here. We're well aware. I mean, the lust for knowledge can be as dangerous as any other desire. Is curiosity such an awful thing, though? No, but it was knowledge of the nature of good and evil that caused the fall of men. Seeds of some corrupting fruit may lie sleeping between the pages of many dangerous books. I also found a cipher that the prior had left on his desk in the scriptorium. When I deciphered it, the message pointed me to a freshly disturbed grave in the cemetery. I convinced Otto Zimmerman to dig up the grave in question, and I found the cold tools that Ferenc has hidden. Why hide them? And why leave the note? I suspect he hid them in case the Baron made good on his threat to summon Inquisitors to Kyrso. The note was likely left for his fellow occult enthusiasts back in Hungary, in case it was taken away. The book was borrowed from the University of Pex. Why Ferenc feared loss of his status, his life, and even God's grace. Men have killed for less. How might the prior have accomplished the deed? They have killed the Baron with his silver rod. Prior used it in performing his rituals, and there are traces of blood on it. If that was the weapon, it has certain dramatic property, at least. It would be a challenge to condemn a prior for murder, but if that is where the evidence leads, the archdeacon should see the wisdom in it. Any other you suspect? No other suspect for now. You brought a worthy mystery before this court, Andreas. I pray to God we've granted you the insight you need to face the coming challenge. Thank you, Your Majesty. I'm prepared to meet the day. Before you go, Andreas, there's one more thing to consider. You will be summoned to the archdeacon and tell him what you know, but you need not tell him everything. What do you mean? She means you should only tell about the people you don't mind dying. That's one way of putting it. There's a place for a noble lie. This is not one of them. Why? The Baron is dead. All of the people with a motive to kill him suffered, either directly or indirectly, from his wickedness. Simply mentioning a name to the archdeacon may endanger them, whether they had anything to do with the murder or not. Right, the point throwing everyone waist deep into shit. I protest any attempt at deception. You must ultimately follow your own conscience, Andreas. Little time remains before you must stand before the archdeacon. Use it wisely. I'll do my best. Until we meet again, God be with you. Dude, how much time have I spent in the freaking library? Yikes. I'm going to the bathroom. You guys, I'll be right back. Huh? Alright, so here we are. Fell asleep in the library. And, this is Zena now found me. Andreas. Andreas, wake up. Well, are you here for the books or for me? You, of course. I think you're in trouble. I was looking for clues, trying to figure out who killed the Baron, but the Piero doesn't have much time. Quite noble of you to risk the abbot's wrath by breaking in here. You won't tell on me, will you? The Baron seemed like an interesting man. Not that Mother Cecilia would let any of the sisters talk to him. Was he interesting? Honestly, he was a rude, presumptuous ass. I mean, that is most noblemen's. I did appreciate his appreciation for art, but he was a rude, presumptuous ass. I wish more rude, presumptuous asses would visit us. I wish anyone interesting would visit Kyrso. Yab is incredibly boring unless you love praying constantly, selling medallions to pilgrims and shuffling books around. I don't, so I have to find my own ways to entertain myself. Appreciate art? Could you help me deepen my appreciation? Of course. There's a lot I could show you right now, if you'd like a lesson. Thank God, finally. This is exceedingly dangerous. It's a bad idea. Andreas, what are you waiting for? Do it. Do it. Do it. There's worse things than sharing the embrace of a new lover, I suppose. It is exceedingly dangerous. But at some point I will have to feed my edism. If Illuminata catches us, it will destroy any respect she had for me. Do we care about Illuminata's respect? Still, what's to say she won't tell someone later and ruin my reputation? I like Illuminata. She's smart as she doesn't let me get away with things. I don't want to lose her trust. That is also very true. Man. I need Illuminata. I need her. Can't you quick save? I don't think that's how it works, no. We cannot save Scammer quickie with the nun, unfortunately. Alt F4. Gonna kiss her. Oh. Oh, yeah. Look at that. I'm ready to Alt F4 the game, by the way. I'm actually not joking. I'm going to do it. Oh. You know what you're doing. That's a nice surprise. Sister Zena? I think that was Illuminata. I don't know. I Alt F4'd so quickly. Sorry, I meant the game crashed. Holy shit, did I Alt F4 of the entire section? Oh boy. Well, we're gonna have to spend a little time here. It shouldn't be too long, however. Maybe don't fall asleep here this time. I don't know how to do that, but maybe we can choose something different. Just sneak into the staircase. I don't think we have the time to do that now. It's just an event. It just happens. I'm gonna click all of them just in case there's something important about all the sisters before I go there. Damn it, come on, I can't even have a quickie with sisters then. I feel like this is the kind of game that punishes me every time I'm gonna try to have sex with someone. Alright. But now we go downstairs and we're just gonna get caught in Relationship. Who was the first monk, by the way? I know there was Mathieu, which was the tiny guy with the glasses. Who was the other one? Who is this guy? I don't remember his name. Is that Wuzlav? No, it cannot be Wuzlav. No sex allowed from married. Alright, what in the... what? Shit. Okay, so... I'll break for the stairs. They can't possibly catch me. I missed the stairs. What is that noise? I need to get out of here. Shit, they're catching up. The little guy is quick. Run, Andreas. Not like they know how you're dressed. Too close, too close. They're catching up. Hurry, Andreas. Where am I even going? I jumped. I made it. Could they tell it was me? The short one is practically blind. What's happening to the stream? It loses connections? Not on my end. Everything seems fine on my end. Christ, my leg. Well, that was a whole thing. That played out completely in a different way. I mean, is everything what happened? Oh, they chased me. But I managed to escape. But they 100% discovered me as I was trying to leave. Alright. Of course not. Blah, 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 blah. I know. Alright. And then there's the waifu. Which is not really a wife yet. What do you like? Don't imagine me telling you in your own mind. Why? You'd imagine I'm wonderful or imagine I'm terrible. Either way, it's not fair to me, isn't it? Fair enough. Did they notice it was you? We don't know. The guy that was in front was a tiny one with the thick glasses, so maybe they didn't see who I was. Again, I would like to know who the other guy was. Hang on, can we just open the journal real quick? No, we cannot. Oh man, this is gonna be taking a little while. Was this singing monk? I actually don't know. Find out soon. Man, I'm clicking as fast as I can. But we have to go through everything again. It did take a little while. Man, This was a long sequence, I know, right? All of it because I couldn't keep it in my pants. Then my hedonism. If Illuminata found me, it would have been better. I could have been, you know, getting it on with her instead. And that would have been just perfect. We're nearly through all of it though, so... I don't think it was Ferenc though. And I don't think it was the old lady, Ottilia. It could have turned it into a threesome. I don't think so. But I appreciate the way you think. I'll do my best. Alright. Okay, let's see which one of the monks. There they are. It's Brother Rudger. Rudiger. He's the cantor of all the monks of Kirso, known for his fine singing voice. He was a singing guy, yeah. Alright, fair enough. You found someone to eat with already? Andreas? There's a brother from the Abbey here to see you. Which one? He did not tell me his name, the big man who does the shopping for the monks in town. Seems quite rattled. The archdeacon must have arrived early. I imagine he demands to speak with me. Mercy, are you certain? A man like him, he could cause a lot of trouble for Tassing. Please speak to the brother. He's just outside, of course. It's Voslav. Oh. Wait. This old guy is the one that's, you know, doing the thing with the nun? Voslav, you dog. Andreas, Christ, there you are. But Voslav, what's the matter? It's the archdeacon. He's come early, with an entire retinue in tow. He's questioning everyone who knew the Baron brother and Brother Piero. I've already told him the little I know. He expects to speak with you today in Nones. He requested you specifically. I went to the Curtainers at Vesper to try to warn you and you never showed up. Where were you all night? Just out, you know how it is. No, I don't. Yes, you do. I'm a monk, for Christ's sake. Anyway, he's questioning everyone in the Shaft house and he's keenly interested in you. He's been informed of my investigation then? It's no secret you've been poking about the town and the abbey, sticking your nose in the rot. I hope your prying has borne fruit. Pierre's neck will meet his sword, the sword. I've done my best at the time I've had. I don't think we have the real killer. I only had a couple more days. Whatever happens, Piero knows you've been working hard on his behalf and he's grateful for it. Only Andreas. What is it? It's just, you know, as well as I do, the Baron was not a good man. I'm not saying he deserved what he got, just you think hard about what you tell the Archdeacon and who you tell him about. You understand? You don't need to worry, I found nothing that implicates you. You didn't do it though, did you? It's not me I'm worried about. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to shout. You don't deserve that. What I'm saying is if in your searching you heard anything about a certain sister, I'd ask you to keep it to yourself. I know what you're talking about. I'll do what I can to protect Sister Matilda from censure. That's all I would ask of you. Well, Andreas, I will pray for Pierre's deliverance tonight. You should as well. Okay. So, where's the Wheel of Time? When is known as? I don't have time to do another investigation. 3 a.m.? Is that known as? So I have the whole day. By the way, what happened to Lady Solomea coming to town? Okay, so who could be the killer? Let's go through all these people. Look at Anna, like the best girl. The daughter of Ulrich and Gret. What is happening? Hang on. Just my neighbors. Bertold, Big Jorg, Brigitte. What is Cecilia? You don't think she could have killed him? Don't think it was any of the peasants. Unless there is some obscure reason that we have not discovered, but... don't think he was Ferenc. I mean, he buried the silver cane, the silver rod or whatever, but... we do have an account of seeing him with a bloody hand. So the blood could be very well. Because of the ritual. Besides, weren't the things buried before the Baron was killed? I mean, no, because it's 3 p.m. I was 12 hours off. So it is literally after lunch. We don't have time to investigate anyone else. Damn it. Father Gurno was extremely shaken by... and he was trying to cover the murder. There must have been a reason for that one. Back, what did I miss? The archdeacon has arrived and he asked for me. So I'm trying to figure out who done it. Even though we don't have many clues. Illuminata of Perugia. Oh, she's Italian. See. Who else could be the killer? I mean, we have 3 possible murder weapons. We have the shovel, we have the cane, and we have the silver rod. The missing book is also kind of suspicious, by the way. This is a shit. Five inches. I don't know how much 5 inches is. How many centimeters is that? That's 12 centimeters. That's not very big of a surface. I mean, it feels like a shovel is way bigger than that. Right? Although it could have been hit at an angle, so... This little shit. He did something and ran away. Do you think he may have been the killer? Or why? He's just He's just a little... No one, you know? He's just a little petty thief. Unless someone commissioned him to steal the book because of the impact. The book would have had on the community. The abbot was extremely furious at the Baron for talking about Martin Luther. Well, there's nothing you never hit with the whole surface of the shovel. That is true. Matilda's the one with the shovel. Why would Matilda kill the Baron? Would it be a revenge for what happened to the other nun? Did the Baron try something with her? We haven't figured out yet. Yeah, no, I don't think we can figure it out. Literally don't have time. Sister Sophie looks awfully like Brother Sabat. Well, what's going on here? I say it was Ursula. Chaotic little being. Oh shit, I was hitting on Veronica. She's married to Big York. Big York will break me in half. I need to be more careful. What a Volkbert is... The guy dressed in white. He's known for his innocence and naivete, but what if that is the perfect alibi? He does all the jobs around the abbey. What if he was the weapon? We've seen a white-looking ghost running around the Roman ruins at night. It'll be Volkbert. That's him. That's the killer. That's the face of a killer. Ah, shit. I'm gonna go have lunch at the bakery, I think. Or hang on a second. Oh, but look at that. Hi. Hi, Anna. So cute. She's playing with a ball of dough. And then they're gonna cook it and sell it after she played with it on the floor. Isn't that lovely? I'm getting out of here. What can we eat? Otto, the bakery. The Gertner's Farms. Johan Farm. The Widow place. Or the guest house. Can I not have food in the woods? Oh, that's not at the Widow house. That's at the Franz Bauer house. You don't want to do that. I don't think anyone else has any information that we need. I might as well eat at the bakery then. Hey, Gret, can I stay for food? Bless you, Andreas. Are you hungry? Have dinner with us. It's midday. I'd love to. Lovely. I'll lay out a fine spread for us. It's been so long since we've had a guest who isn't Father Thomas. Oh, yeah? What is that? You'll be joining us today too. Oh, really? Oh, Jesus. Bless us, O Lord, and these your gifts which we are about to receive from your bounty. Christ our Lord, amen. Amen, amen, amen. Amen. Thank you for joining us, Father Thomas. It's an honor to have you at our table. Please, Ulrich, there's no need to stand on ceremony. You know I enjoy sharing a mule with you and your family. I love muling. Especially when Gret serves her rye. God bless you, Father. You're too kind. How has Peter been lately, Andreas? Who's Peter? Oh, that guy. The one that's, one that took me in. Bad mood, but nothing unusual for him. Most of the peasants are in a bad mood. Between the miller and the abbot's taxes, they're in a hard place. More than a few of the families are having difficulty paying their bills. And offer them credit, but they worry about the town's future when times are so hard for them. Yeah, the Gardners are struggling to pay the taxes since the abbot raised them. Made more difficult because the abbot won't allow them to pay in kind with their crops. With the abbot's taxes and Leonard's fees at the mill, they're struggling. I ate a pretzel. If I can give them some relief, I must provide it joyfully. Fair enough. You have a kind heart, Ulrich. Perhaps too kind, though I do love that about you. Would this really be your concern, Ulrich? If the peasants are unhappy with the taxes or the miller's fee, they can propose a change. What the fuck are you talking about, Thomas? They cannot do that. I'm not gonna say anything. They might speak as Christian to Christian. Surely they can find common ground. But in any case, is the miller not entitled to recompense for his labors? Is the abbot not entitled for taxes as rightful lord of the land? This is the way it has always been, will always be. Leonard takes more than is fair. His behavior is not Christ-like. And you will be the one to judge him, Ulrich Calbon. Will you judge the abbots as well? Fresh pottage or cheese? I'll take the pottage. This is no matter to tease about. The peasants are suffering. The causes are plain to see. Concern is admirable, Ulrich, but take care in how you speak about this. I suggest you speak to him on the peasants' behalf. Don't make accusations, but share your concerns. I have not found him to be an unreasonable man. With all respect, father, I've been dealing with Leonhard Müller and his father for over 20 years. I know the character of the Müller men. Kindness and reasons are not in their nature. God love is within us, all of us, Ulrich, even Leonhard Müller. Andreas, don't you think Ulrich should try reasoning with him? I mean, if past interactions have not yielded fruit, it's reasonable to assume there is little point to further appeals along the same line. That's what I'm saying. Come now, we must always have hope for our fellow man. I don't. A faith in God, Christ, and love for Leonard. Hope for him is more than I can muster at the moment, father. Oh, did I mention that Sister Matilda came by today to buy bread for the sisters? Oh, yeah? With a dark cloud over her. Oh boy. Oh boy. What's a Matilda? I think the Baron's death has upset many of the brothers and sisters in the Abbey. I can only imagine. A murder that violent, especially of a nobleman. Matilda seems so strong. I don't think I've seen her like this before. You speak to her often? Yes, when she comes to buy bread. The Abbey can make some of their own, but we provide the rest. He walks with that bohemian monk, or the Wozlov. Knock over a beer? I'm not gonna say anything. Not gonna knock over a beer. He makes her laugh. Oh, my heart. That's lovely. It's not appropriate. A father, surely friendship between a brother and sisterly united in Christ is alright, isn't it? Not if they're sworn to celibacy. No, I mean, I think friendship goes against celibacy. Now, if it's more than friendship, then maybe. Probably. Perhaps I should speak to Father Garneau about it. Clear throat. Well, that was an excellent meal, Gret. Thank you so much for inviting me into your home. Of course, Father. We're always honored to have you. As you say, I suppose. Well, I should get back to the counter. The Bavarian ladies will be by for the bread soon. Thanks for a seat at your table. It was a pleasure. Yikes. It's known as. I need to go to the chapter house to meet with the archdeacon. Is that truly all I have to do? Can I not investigate a little bit more? Nope. Goodbye, Anna. It's been nice meeting you. Hi. Yeah. Hi to you. Who's this person? Hello. You're the, artist from Nuremberg. Andreas Mahler, journeyman artist at your service. Ah, that was it, Mahler. Someone mentioned you dabbled at university for a year or two. Funny. What do you mean, funny? You're staying with the Gertners, yes? The Abbey does have a guest house, you know. The Gertners are good and gracious people. For farmers. Tassig is full of miserable people like them. Dude, what the fuck? What are you doing here, then? Really got my contacts, people of merit to pass through here occasionally, unlikely though it may seem. So you didn't have the connections to find a position in a big city. That or you weren't good enough. Excuse me? I would not be insulted in my own home by a godforsaken artist. I thought we were bantering. I don't care. Leave. Been a pleasure, I suppose. Doctor. Can't break into his home. Wound ward. Isn't this the thing that helps with pissing and shitting? Hmm. Curious. Okay. Klaus. Well, Thomas. Hopefully he won't say anything. Who is this? Elsa? First time I see her. Good afternoon. Ah. Forgive me, I've forgotten your name. Yikes. I'm wounded. Call me Andreas. You the miller's wife, yes? Yes, that's me. I heard Clara and Eva had an artist boarding with them. That must be very exciting. For them or for me? They have treated me very well. I've saved more than Clara, hmm? Oh, I only meant, you know, living on a farm among the townspeople. Isn't it very lively? Only when ill Peter wakes in the night and can't find the chamber pot. Thanks. Only when Peter starts writing about the miller's toll. No, we can't say that. Ursula brings some joy to the household, though. She brings chaos to the household. Such a lovely little girl. I pray the Lord may someday bless us with a daughter. Elsa, have you finished with your gabble? There's work that needs doing. Oh no. I'm sorry, I have to get my labors. Of course, I apologize if I bothered you. Until later. Until then. Damn. Leonard, what the fuck? Afternoon? Afternoon? You're the Gurtner's boarder, aren't you? How could you tell? You look like a man who understands the power of appearances. Did he just counter hedonism me? Quite unlike the Gurtners. The rustic folk, to be sure. The only one among them with a mind is Eva. That's a smart girl. How is she, by the way? Oh, she's fine. Why? I'm only curious. She used to bring the barley to me, but Peters insists on delivering it now. Shame. She'd shown some curiosity about the mill. Although to foster that. What's so special about the mill? It's the only windmill in Bavaria. Did you know? Constructed in exacting detail from Dutch specification. The gem of the Alps, and none of the incurious dolts here can appreciate it. I suspect they have more urgent matters on their minds, like surviving. I should be going. A dick. Till? Someone at the guest house. Ooh. Lady Salome arrived. Who's this one? Holy shit. I don't even know how to pronounce this. But he's a good boy. With a pretty awesome beard. What's this? A note. What's this? A letter to the Baron from Prior Ferenc. This is the letter I made a charcoal robbing of. My god, Lawrence was blackmailing Ferenc to get him to perform some kind of a ritual. I know. Same text. Lady Salomea, hello. Oh. Well, that's it. She doesn't really want to talk to me. Fine. I think I need to speak to Matilda. And what's the other one as well? What was her name? The blind one. Don't think they will let me though. Cecilia? I need to talk to you about Sister Matilda. I warned you not to go in the library. I should have known you wouldn't listen. What happened in Sister Matilda was tragic. What did happen to Sister Matilda? The records only said that she left the abbey for some time. They omitted the details from our written records for several reasons, none of them noble. Lawrence, the Baron, tried to seduce Sister Matilda. He rebuked him several times. So one morning, he attacked her in the meadow on her way to town. He dragged her into the woods. Sister Matilda is a strong woman, but her resistance was met with violence. When pilgrims to the shrine found her, she had been beaten so badly she could barely move. My God, I'm assuming the Baron didn't suffer any consequences for this attack. No, I knew he wouldn't. I also knew that bringing the attack to the attention of Father Matthias would put him in an impossible position. The Baron would suffer no consequences, but the abbot would have refused his continued patronage. He concealed the assailant identity from Father Abbot, and Sister Matilda was taken to a hermitage near Mittenwald. He stayed there under the care of sisters until she recovered and could return. How does Sister Matilda feel about seeing the Baron again? Andreas, if you want me to tell you what I think of Sister Matilda killed the Baron, I won't. Seeing him was hard for her, of course. She defended her virtue from the Baron, but her injuries were severe. Her body recovered in time. Her mind, I don't know if it ever will. Still fights him in her dreams. She wakes in the night, screaming, soaked in her own sweat. But it affected her, yes, it still affects her. That doesn't mean she wanted to kill the Baron. It certainly doesn't mean she did. Matilda is a faithful servant and friend of Christ. I believe that truly, Andreas. She's respected and beloved by this community for good reason. I think Brother Voslav knew the Baron attacked her. Cautioned me against bringing her up with the archdeacon. No, he didn't know. Perhaps it will come to light now that the Baron has been murdered, but she didn't tell him before. But the relationship is more than... Could it be that he did it? Voslav, you avenge her? I see. You don't mention Sister Matilda to the Archdeacon, Andreas. I did not believe she could have done this. Of course. Consider the evidence. This is Matilda. It's not the blind one. It concerns the murder of the Baron. It's tragic, but what does it have to do with me? I know about the attack, about why you went to the Hermitage. I see. Do you think I killed the Baron? I mean, I'm not sure. Why don't you tell me how it happened? Baron Rothvogel had an appetite for young women. Neither his marital vows nor the vows of the women seemed to matter much to him. When I was on my way to town one day, he surprised me in the meadow and made his interest clear. He walked to town alone? I mean, Who cares? I refused his advances. I thought that would be the end of it. This was not enough because he did the same thing the next day. I refused him again. Why did you tell Mother Cecilia or Father Matthias? You know, they could have sent someone else in town. Like a man. To do what? Be lectured on how to behave? Accusing a man of misbehavior, especially a nobleman, is not a simple thing. Well, but Cecilia should be there to protect you, right? On the third day, he attacked me on my way through the meadow. He dragged me into the forest where he could have his way with me. I managed to badly scratch his neck. It saved my virtue, but it enraged him. He beat me until he was exhausted and he left me there in the woods. A miracle you weren't killed. Yes, and I thank God for it. Mother Cecilia had me removed from Kyrso for my safety until I could recover. The wounds to my body have healed, but the attack has left a lasting injury in my mind. I have to say this sounds like a strong motive. I was angry, but I was filled with hate. Yes, but it's been years. Mother Cecilia and Father Thomas helped me move past the anger, find love in this community. Father Thomas? Yes, Father Thomas is our confessor. We can talk to Mother Cecilia about the problems, but only a priest can hear our confessions. Thanks for your time. God bless you, Master Mahler. Interesting. So... which one is the blind sister then? Margaret. Right. Oh, with Thomas? Yeah, we should. However, I think he's not going to talk to me. Besides, the confessions are private, right? Where did I see Thomas? It was in front of a building. I don't remember which one. There he is. Yeah, he's not saying anything. I have to investigate inside the abbey, I think. See if there's something more that we can learn. Maybe talk to... what was his name? Wilson? Wozniak? Ulrich is here. Florian? Bless you. Thank. Give me a couple of minutes, guys. I'll be back in a second. Or maybe more, I don't know. There we go. Okay, so... man, we need to talk to... need to talk to someone. Andreas? Yes, Father Matthew? How did you sleep last night? You look a little rough around the edges. I actually slept very fine, thank you. The library is restricted to the sisters of the abbey without the express permission of the abbot. Oh yeah? Then what were you doing there? Of course. God bless you, Andreas. Until later. Yeah, you better shut the fuck up. Herring. Andreas, what an awful time. Awful time. A baron murdered a Kyrso. These are dark days indeed. Brother Piero, I admit, I would have never thought him the type. Or could have possessed him. can't believe Pierre would kill the Baron. Even pride inspired men to madness, Andreas, even old men. You have come to me for a reason. Do you need something? God, we could ask all these things. I found a strange note in your fireplace. It was written in an unusually fine hand. What were you doing in my home? Are we jumpy today? Is there some reason you don't want me in your home, Ferenc? Any secrets you'd rather stay hidden? Any person of manners know better than to go snooping through others' things? I have nothing to hide. Then why burn the note? What was left was difficult to read, but I could make out the red bird and matins. It was a strange little thing I found on my desk after waking up for matins. Matins. It meant nothing to me, so I put it in the fire. Yeah, right. You know, you who might have put it there? Surely it's just a loose scrap. But the hand was handsome, you're correct. Unlike anything penned by the brothers in the scriptorium, to be certain. How unsettling. Do you remember what the note said? No. Only that I found the contents nonsensical and disturbing. The remaining legible part read the red bird. You don't know what that could be? A scrap from some bestiary? I couldn't say. My eyes watched the heavens, not the trees. Although we do not see many red birds at this altitude. Common robin, perhaps? Or swallow? That doesn't matter. I'm telling you, it was nonsense. Ooh, we have two very good options. Why did you find it disturbing if it was nonsense? I know German is your mother language, but I don't believe for a moment you don't know that the red bird is Rothvogel. Enough. It was trash, nothing more, and I have naught else to say about it. Yeah, one more thing. What's access to your home? Everyone is happy. What does it matter to you? It was just a scrap of paper. Well, I found a similar note in the Baron's effects while Brother Florian was performing his examination. But the abbot ordered you away from my abbey. Andreas, your cavalier attitude towards Father Gernot's commands. Did you find the coincidence strange? No. We operate in a scriptorium, Master Mahler, and house perhaps the largest library in Bavaria. You're awash in parchment scraps. They multiply like silverfish between the pages of our books. Is that your excuse? Are you satisfied now? I suppose that will do. Are we done? A few more questions. So I came across an interesting letter from you addressed to the late Baron Rothvogel. What? Where did you get that? Miklaus? I'm not throwing Miklaus under the bus here. From an impression I made of your writing pad. It's not illegal because it's the 1500. You must have been pressing quite hard. Has something got you on edge, Prior Ferenc? It's not as it looks. You meant to coerce me into performing a ritual to help me with the condition. This is all related to the fucking sore on his dick. This entire thing with Ferenc is just misdirection, isn't it? He was asking the old gods to help him with his penis. I refused, as the letter makes abundantly clear. Ah yes, the French disease. He was likely taking mercury for treatment. It can cause curious behavior at high doses. Mercury might explain his cavalier attitude towards our mutual interest. Sorry? Seemed to believe he was untouchable. I'm under no such illusions. Ah, mutual, huh? You shared love of a cult. I'm the prior of the Curso Scriptorium, one of the few of its kind left in Christendom. Modest thought the abbey may be, our library contains work of subjects rarely found beyond its walls, certainly not all in the same place. For men of certain academic interest, it perhaps is the only place we may meet and discuss them. Are you a witch, Prior Ferenc? No. I'm a scholar and a man of God. How dare you imply otherwise? The Baron's interest was more than academic. When he wished to make it practical, I refused. There's nothing more to it. You know, the Inquisition is not kind to practitioners of witchcraft. Lawrence could have gotten you killed. I did not kill Baron Rothvogel. And I do not care if you believe me. It is simply a fact which the archdeacon will surely realize. Is that all? No, actually, I still have more on you. You rushed to the scriptorium and hid something strange at your desk. Pardon? And why were you sneaking about the scriptorium? I work there. Why are you trying to distract me? What was it you were holding? I thought I caught a glimpse of astrological symbols. Just an academic interest of mine, nothing you need to concern yourself with. Let us seek a common understanding, Master Mahler, as two brothers in Christ. Oh, please, let's. I love understand things. The scriptorium is my domain, and you are a guest here. And so long as that is true, I do not answer to you, but the abbot only. Is that clear? If you don't mind me asking, why are you not the abbot? You're not better suited for the job? That is not... I will not discuss this with you. Are we done here? Not yet. I heard that you perform blood rituals in the woods. Who would slander me with such a claim? What does it matter? Question is, are you a witch, Ferenc? I'm not gonna throw Vaxlav and Smokey under the bus. Again, I'm not. I cover for my brothers, okay? Keep your voice down. They're merely angelic invocations. Entirely Christian and benign. Then why are you whispering? I remember too well what transpired in Innsbruck. Because I know the minds of men, even godly men, and are now and again poisoned by fear and small thinking. And what were you doing in the forest, Andreas, that you would see me? Making the most of my time in Tassing, what else? I tell you, these counter girls are a different breed entirely from the women I'm used to. That's quite enough, thank you. You got your answers, are you satisfied? No, you still haven't explained the point of your angelic invocations. That is unless you really were doing witchcraft. You will bring death on us both with that talk. Right, I was merely attempting to invoke the angel's aid to help with the abbey's financial troubles. My goodness, Prior Ferenc, you certainly put yourself in significant danger, all to help the abbey. You're a true servant of Christ. You're an insolent wretch, Andreas, and your presence is an insult to this place. Why the abbot suffers you continues to elude me. Do your angelic invocation help? The Lord and his angels do not work on a mortal timescale. Now please, you've drawn the truth from me. Leave me in peace. Do angels require blood rituals? Be well, Prior Ferenc. Be well, Master Mahler. Defensive and evasive. I mean, if he did not do blood rituals, then the blood on the freaking thing is actually from the Baron. This guy. Good day, Andreas. You fucking Volkberg. I know you're up to something. Is there anything else before we go to the archdeacon? I don't think so. I mean, surely I missed something, but I wouldn't even know where to begin. Don't know. Andreas? Father Gano? Master Mahler, if you think I'm unaware of your actions around this abbey in the past few days, you're mistaken. I don't really care what you're aware of. You exhumed the corpse of one of the brothers of this abbey. Technically, we didn't exhume the body, we just removed all the dirt on top of it. Andreas. We put it all back. Be quiet. I should have expected that cur Otto Zimmerman would help you with such a ghoulish task. You don't have any friends in town, Father Abbot. Otto just happened to have a shovel. No, it's more personal than that. Otto has a particular hatred for me, for this abbey, for the church. He'll pay for his role in this obscenity in due time. Now then, for all your meddling, you will not be welcome in Kyrso after your commission is completed. I was only trying to help Piero. Too late for apologies. The days of interfering in the daily life of this abbey will end. I don't give a shit. I already understood that. I'll leave you to the archdeacon now. Try not to perjure yourself. God save you, Andreas Mahler. Whoa, look at these people. Jacob. Please state your name for our records. Andreas Mahler, artist recently of Venice. What? I mean, are these options better? This will be remembered. Really? What brought you all the way up to Upper Bavaria? Heading back to Nuremberg to finish my apprenticeship and open a workshop. It's the end of my Wanderjahre. Whatever. Well, very well, thank you. Arnold, please write that down. I think we're ready to begin. Write it down, Arnold. Of course, Your Reverence. Now then, Master Mahler, what was your relation to Lawrence, the Baron of Rothvogel? I only knew him for a day, but we were on friendly terms. Incidental acquaintances? I mean, I'd say we were on friendly terms. You feel he had a sense of him as a person? No, Your Reverence. That is unfortunate, but I'd like you to try to characterize the man for me. A fine man, a lover of art and knowledge, confident, overbearing, used to getting what he wants. True. A nobleman, for all the goods and ill that goes along with that title. I'd say confident, overbearing, used to get what he wants. You think someone would kill him for that? Perhaps. I will need more than perhaps. Someone had to have a reason. If not that, something else. Otherwise, it makes my presence here somewhat difficult to explain. Baron Rothvogel was murdered here, in this very room. Someone did it. Other Colonel believes it was one of his monk, Brother Piero. I met with Brother Piero and questioned him at length. Well, it seems unlikely that a man of his age and temperament could murder the Baron. He was discovered in flagrante delicto. That's not true. He wasn't, though. The Baron was already dead. Stop talking. What? If you wish to advocate on the behalf of Brother Piero, I suggest shutting your mouth until I ask you a question. Fuck me. I see the kind of guy we're dealing with now. Piero had reasons to resent the Baron, the loss of his work, the insistence on discussing writings of the troublemaker from Wittenberg. and for his age and infirmity, I myself have read of many cases in which a man of modest strength succumbs to the temptation of the devil. Once seized by devilish fever, the poor sinner gains an infernal power that allows him to inflict grievous wounds, sometimes fatal. What I'm saying is that in spite of the curious circumstances, Brother Piero is the most plausible perpetrator of this most vile act. I understand you are on friendly terms with Piero. You also interact with the Baron, both in the town and the Abbey. Did you witness anything that suggests someone else could have murdered the Baron? Yikes. Alright, so how many people do we feed to the guy? We never got to the bottom of Lucky and his argument. One? Can I only choose one here? Martin. Oh, fuck, I really want to push Martin into the fire here. I mean, if we're going on evidence alone, we just have the largest amount of tangible evidence about Ferenc. And then Shag his wife. That's actually a very good point. She's a catch. Wait, no, she's not. She's probably like 12. I really don't want to say Ottilia did it. I'm still kind of like, how did she break the cane though? Alt F4. I don't want to redo everything. Otilda is also a fairly solid one. Martin. I don't remember. Did we see Martin running away the morning of the murder or the night before? I think it was the morning. Which means he probably was not Martin running around at night. Can't recall seeing him. Oh, I can't recall seeing him because he told me to eat shit and then left forever. I mean, Ferenc's story of angelic invocation is not very likely, is it? I can't believe about the taxes thing, about the fiscal issues the Abbey is having. They did increase the taxes, so that checks out. But do you do a blood ritual to summon an angel? I don't think so. Keep in mind that that is unrelated to what we saw about him helping the Baron with the disease. Because that happened only recently, but the account of the charcoal burner guy, can you open the evidence book? I cannot. From what the charcoal burner told us, he was doing that for like longer, maybe? Before the Baron came? And even in the questioning, they were two separate things. But why would he do a ritual to help the Abbey and not a ritual to help the Baron? Like, if you're doing rituals, you're doing rituals. Why are you being selective all of a sudden? Unless what he was saying is true, and he was really trying to do angelic invocations. But then again, the blood rituals, that seems, yeah, very weird for angels to communicate with angels. I don't want to say Ottilia, Matilda, and Lucky for now. So it's either going to have to be Ferenc or Martin, and I don't believe Martin killed the Baron. Like, it's so out of nowhere. We interacted with Martin twice, then he stole something and left. Does Martin have a motive? I mean, caught in the act of stealing? Maybe? But that's unlikely because he was running away from the guest house. The Baron was killed inside the freaking chapter house. How did Martin even get to the chapter house? And what weapon did he even use? Like, there's absolutely zero clues about Martin. But there's plenty of clues for Matilda, Ottilia, and Ferenc. I'm trying to recall what was buried in the little satchel that we found in the grave. I know it was the silver rod. What else was there? A knife, a rod, and a plate. Right. Those do sound like ritualistic instruments, though. That would be hidden just because they're occult, not because they've been used from murder. Only the rod has blood on it. That is true. The knife was clean, so how did he do the blood rituals if the knife was clean? Did he use a different knife? It seems unlikely. Unless he was doing no blood rituals and he actually used the freaking object to kill the Baron. He had access, he was close, he was nearby. I mean, I'm gonna say Ferenc because I don't want to throw Matilda in the fire, but I feel like it was Matilda or maybe someone on behalf of Matilda. That bloody shovel used to kill baby bunnies. I really don't trust that, but I'm gonna say Ferenc. That's an extraordinary claim, Andreas. The abbot speaks highly of the prior, and he oversees both your and Brother Pierre's work, does he not? Yes, Your Reverence, but Ferenc's role in the scriptorium has little bearing on his motive. An extraordinary claim requires extraordinary evidence for me to take it seriously. Why should I take the word of an artist over a respected officer of this abbey? I can provide evidence. Please do so. On the day of the Barons arrived, I secretly observed Prior Ferenc in the scriptorium. Was this an intentionally covert observation? No, I was working alone and had dropped something on the floor. The Prior did not know I was there. Very well, continue. He wrote a note, a cipher in a book. When I deciphered the note with a volvel, it pointed me to a grave in the cemetery. It's already quite elaborate, Master Mahler. How does it connect to the Prior motive? I found buried in the grave a number of occult items, a knife, a plate, and a cup. all engraved with magical symbols. The earth had been freshly turned. The prior had buried them there the day of the Baron's arrival. See, they were buried the day on the arrival. Could not have been the murder weapon. While the possession of these items is indeed troublesome, I still don't see a connection between Ferenc and the Baron. That is, other than the coincidence of the Baron's arrival and the burial of the objects. You have any other evidence? They were exchanging letters about performing a magical ritual during the Baron's visit. Your proof? I have a letter. The prior mentions that he will not perform a ritual for the Baron, even if the Baron does follow through on a threat to implicate him Inquisitor in Innsbruck. An implication of necromancy is a serious matter. The prior's position would have been in peril, possibly even his life. How do you believe Prior Ferenc would have killed the Baron? I pray you will not say it was a magical ritual. On the silver rod. I mean, the silver rod was buried when the Baron arrived. Man. Doesn't hold up. I'm not certain, Your Reverence. Troublesome wrinkle. Is there anything else to say about the prior? No, Your Reverence. Very well. Who else? A local thief, Martin Bauer. Fuck, I really want to say Matilda. Fuck it. I would want the sisters to have ill will towards the Baron. My understanding, the sister had little interactions with him. He certainly had the time enough to cause offense. Please explain. On his last visit, several years ago, the Baron attempted to have his way with one of the nuns, Sister Matilda. He refused him, and he beat her within an inch of her life, as I hear it told. She was hurried away to the Hermitage to heal and to avoid the scandal, but Matilda still suffers. You believe she wanted revenge? Yes, Mother Cecilia sent her to the Hermitage, if you need corroboration. What has Sister Matilda said on the matter? She didn't deny her anger, but she did deny that she killed him. Is she a strong woman? She is. She's the cellarer for the nuns, so she toils more than the other sisters. So it would be difficult for her to overpower a man of the Baron's size and strength. I discovered a shovel in the garden that Sister Matilda tends to. It was stained in blood. You think she really killed baby bunnies? That would be fucked. I mean, even if she killed baby bunnies, maybe she should be punished anyway. Because that's what you do with shovels. Well, in the Middle Ages, maybe. That seems fucking ruthless, doesn't it? Like, ooh, a cute tiny little baby rabbit. You know? It's an old German tradition. That's certainly strange. Did you ask her about it? She claims she used it to kill rabbit kittens in the gardens. Is that what you call baby rabbits? Rabbit kittens? Your Reverence, I need to tell you about the relationship Sister Matilda has with one of the monks here. Fucking hell, I'm throwing everyone in the fire now. Yes? So Matilda has been involved in an inappropriate relationship with Brother Volslav, the cellarer. Are you proposing this has something to do with the death of the Baron? I'm not sure. I just wanted to bring it to your attention. Fuck. I don't think it has any bearing on my current investigation. Nevertheless, I will inform Father Garrett and Mother Cecilia. I mean, hell, if anyone else was the killer... I don't know. But I'm not saying anything about Lucky. I don't know anything about Lucky, so I can't really say anything about him. Tilia, I don't think she was her. I mean, here's the thing. It was such a clear misdirection when she came out just yelling at the Baron. Such an obvious one. It feels like too easy, too cheap to be Attilia. I can think of no one else. You aware of anything else that might shed some light on the case? Has Brother Florian told you about the note he found in the Baron's clothing? Yes. Master Adel Jaeger has entered his testimony in our register. I don't understand the implications. Who is the innocent? Not clear to me either, Your Reverence. You believe the murderer wrote it? Whoever wrote it was a talented scribe. I understand Kirso has two. Brother Adok and Brother Guy. To be frank, Your Reverence, neither man has the skill to write in this way. There's something else about it too. The style is just different. It's unlike Adok and Guy's writing, unlike mine. Yes, well, whatever the particulars, it seems it will remain a mystery that stands apart from the commissions of the murder. Damn. There's more to tell. I found more notes. Notes written in the same hand on the same type of parchment to those who had motive to kill the Baron. That's deeply troubling, but again, beyond the bounds of my investigation. In any case, I thank you for bringing it to my attention. What do you mean, beyond the means of your investigation? Of course, Your Reverence. Thank you for your time, Master Mahler. I can do this. Would it be impertinent of me to opine who the killer is? Not at all. You are an uneducated man and have conducted yourself inappropriately in this inquiry. I reserve final judgment, of course, but who do you believe killed the Baron? Oof. Oof. I don't know I want to do that. Feels like it was someone else, like someone completely unrelated from all the people we have seen. I remember at some point, someone told me only these two people can write that well. And I think one of them was Cecilia. I don't remember who the other one was. You started, now you must go through with it. Pick a suspect to influence the archdeacon decision. I need to figure out the meaning of the cipher. Ferenc wrote the scriptorium. Use the vowel while writing it and took it with him. Can't keep it in his robes all the time, can he? Ferenc started to discover the vowel, decipher the manuscript, and use this to figure out the cipher. Figure out the Ferenc cipher says, here lies Gerhard. I should check about the Gerhard in the cemetery. Gerhard's grave looks like it's been disturbed recently. Ferenc has been acting strangely since the Baron arrived. I should talk to him and find out more. Discovered a silver rod with occult symbols and trace of blood. A number of magical tools. Found the burned remnants of a note in the house. Unclear what the contents of the note were, but it was written in purple ink. With an exceptionally fine lettering. Purple ink. That's also very interesting. Piece of paper on Ferenc's desk that had the imprint of a letter on it. Letter in the Baron's belongings. And asked Ferenc if he knew anything about the Baron's death. He was defensive and evasive. Matilda. We don't have much. I feel like it wasn't Ferenc. But it was being so weird about it. Why was he so weird about it? Why the notes? Is all I'm trying to think. Why the notes? Why leaving those notes in those people's houses? Like, was it a warning? Like, I know what he did to you? Was someone trying to avenge all of them? I mean, I have to say Ferenc because we have a fuck ton of evidence, but... Ferenc, your reverence. Others may have had the motive, but Prior Ferenc had the most to lose. That is also true. But I'm gonna leave it at that. Noted. Contribution to this inquiry are appreciated. Thank you for your time and candor. I wanted to help in any way I could. I know in my heart that Brother Pierre is innocent. Until later, Master Mahler. Until then, your reverence. The final day of Lawland. Andreas, I didn't think you were coming to this. What do you mean? Why? I didn't think I was either. I suppose I want to see how it ends. It was the prayer of the Abbey, if you can believe it. Did you ever talk with him in the Abbey, Andreas? It's a trial. The archdeacon read all of the charges and found him guilty. Ooh. I work with him almost every day. I didn't know he had a murder in him. I don't think he did. The archdeacon got it wrong. Fucking gaslighting the archdeacon. They want you to think they're so pious, but all they're here to do is slowly drain the life out of his town. Calm down, Peter. Here comes the procession. Otto? Did I miss anything? No, you're fine. Andreas? Otto? Agnus Dei, Quitolis, Peccata Mundi. I didn't do this. God knows it. Agnus Dei, Quitolis, Peccata Mundi, Miserere Nobis. This can't be happening. This can't be happening. Damn. Fucking executioner sword. Running like a chicken, crying like a woman. Pathetic. Silence. I ordered the executioner to carry out his duty. Yikes. I think I fucked up. Warranting peace and safe conduct, whatever may befall him. Watch or look away. I'm watching. I have to. Watch. I've done this. Oh my god. Oh my god. Hold still. No, no, no. Ooh, dude, he told you to hold still. Ooh. Fucking hell. My lord judge, you have executed as judgment and law have required. For that I thank God and my master who has taught me such art. Rickard, the executioner? Well, I know this was your doing, Andreas. Take it up with the archdeacon. It has nothing to do with me. The archdeacon wouldn't have reached his verdict without your testimony. I read it. I mean, I didn't say anything that wasn't true, though. That is actually true. You're no longer welcome at Kioso, Andreas Mahler. I will send your final payment to the Gerners. You have a long and successful career in Nuremberg, and may you never travel this way again. Chapter 3, Separation. Andreas? Has the time come for you to leave us? I'm afraid so, Brother Piero. This farewell will have to be brief. Father Gernot made it clear I was no longer welcome. I pray that time will soften Father Zabot's heart. I hope he eventually realizes you were only trying to help me. This is a sad parting, but inevitable. I had hoped you would stay a bit longer. But the world needs you more than Kyoso does. You've grown beyond this old abbey and become a master in your own right. I will miss you, my son. I will keep you out of trouble when I'm gone, as I will. Come, your masterpiece is complete. May I see it one last time before you go? Sure. Your opinion of one old monk matters little. All the same, I'm excited to see it finished at last. It's a masterpiece, truly worthy of the word. Well, we changed it a little bit, huh? That is pretty cool. It appears you took my advice to heart. What advice was that? You put yourself into the work. Not just to interpret another artist's work, but to transform it into something true. Oh, he put himself in the work, alright. He shows the world as it is, as you have seen it, even if it is not what we may want to see. Though it is not my place to say so, I'm proud of you, Andreas. What is this? A scrap of parchment? Do not return here. A warning? Yikes. Whose hand is this? Doesn't look like Brothers Adok or Brother Guy's. The floor and a knife found a similar note in the Baron's clothing. Purple ink, indeed. And I found more notes delivered to others while I was investigating. Must have been written by someone who knew the darkest secrets of the town and the abbey. They tugged at those secrets to kill the Baron, like someone pulling at the threads that had been buried in the past. Frightening thought, but who do such a thing? I wish I knew. Do not trouble yourself over about it. Your future lies outside of these walls. Perhaps you will have time to visit me once or twice in your travels before Lords takes me. I'll come as often as I can. Assuming Father Gernot doesn't forbid it. Oh, we must have faith that better days lie ahead for all of us. God bless you, Andreas Mahler. Thank you for your friendship. Until next time. That me? Are you right, Master Andreas? Holy shit. What? Are you right, Master Andreas? Oh yes, thank you. I was just remembering him. Oh. Oh no. Trying to anyway. It doesn't come easily anymore. Oh. Would you like me to leave you alone? Yes, go away, Casper. It's not necessary though. There's nothing to be done about it now. It's too late. Like so many things. No, if it isn't Brother Guy, Andreas Mahler. I never expected to see your face here again. Have you been in Nuremberg for the last 7 years? 7 years? Holy shit, time has not been kind on me. No, Nuremberg for a few years. that received some lucrative commissions abroad. To Poland? To England? To France? Fuck that. To Aragon? Hmm. Interesting. Oh, these are all so cool. Except for France, but you know. I mean, once again here we have to differentiate between what I would think it's metagaming, which is probably Poland, and what is actually something that I can see Andreas doing, which is either going to Spain or England. He knows Spanish and some Arabic or English. I mean, I can see him doing Spain, but I really want to do England for some reason. I don't know why, I just like it. You know, I feel like Spain was too similar to Italy, in a way, when art is concerned at least. England may have been a little different, and wasn't that where Martin Luther went at some point? You get killed by Ursula. Oh, fuck. I'm choosing England. I was in London mostly. I was well received there and painted portraits for the nobility and prominent merchants. Did you encounter any Jews among your clients? No. So there was rumor that something I clicked, so I don't know. I had heard of a handful physician naturalized a citizen after the expulsion. I wondered if they might have found a home in England after their recent ejections from Portugal and Navarre. I'm surprised you care at all. In spite of your extensive travels and success, you're still not welcome at Kierso. Abbott hasn't forgotten what happened. 7 years isn't all that long. I simply wanted to pay my respect to an old friend, surely you understand that. I understand why Father Abbott expelled you from the Abbey. What were you expecting? A hero's welcome? No, but like, some respect at least. I thought I'm going to be staying at the land house in town for a night or two before moving on. Golden Hand? I'll tell him. But I can't imagine he'll care. Why is he so rude? God bless you. Now be off. 1525, the revolution. Well, guys, this is where I stop today's stream, if the game allows me to. The monks seemed unhappy to see you, Andreas. Why is the abbot so angry with you? Oh, towards the end of my stay in Tassing, there was a murder in the abbey, a nobleman. The governor panicked and accused my friend Piero of committing the crime. You know, it was a long time ago. I don't want to talk about it. Why didn't you mention it before? I suppose it must have been a hard situation if the abbot is still this mad at you. Hard, yes, but also exhilarating? What the fuck? I had to make some difficult choices. Maybe they were the wrong ones. I've had to live with that. Why did we come here if you're not welcome? I wanted to pay my respect to Piero. For fuck's sake, why can't anyone understand? To be honest, I'm not looking forward to returning to Nuremberg. This commission? It's an obscene vanity piece under the pretext of a religious scene. My patrons just wanted to celebrate themselves with their wealth. Dread each new commission more than the last. Every step I take toward home is agonizing. But master, you're famous and rich. Your work is wonderful. When I saw your altarpiece in Nuremberg, I begged my father to help me become your apprentice. I don't understand how you could accomplish all that and be unhappy. All that I have accomplished is my work, yes. Now I'm left hollow, with nothing else left. Once I wanted this life so much that it consumed my every waking hour, every thought. I don't know if I've changed or what I wanted was never really real. Maybe I've been a fool this whole time. I want life as an artist to be better for you, Casper. Learn from my mistakes, alright? This is what you have to look forward to. A life of disappointment. Jesus. Alright, Master Andreas. Shouldn't be burning you with such dark thoughts, Casper. Let's visit my old friend Klaus. It's been too long. As you like. Really sparse compared to the wet I'm used to. Not tired yet, perhaps after the complaint. Alright, guys. We'll keep going next time, but yeah. That is going to be it for today. Thanks so much for watching. I'll be back tomorrow with more of this. Have a good day. Have a good night. I'll see you soon. Goodbye.